Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one riddle at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. Hey everyone.
It's time for some D&D.
Hello. Sorry, I'm still snacking on my little
I saw those at Weiss. They're real weird. I have not tried them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to.
They're at our house.
not
We have
sure
two
I-
bags
I'm
of
not
them.
sure I
Come
want
try
to.
them for.
No,
For
and you
free.
shouldn't. No.
I think they taste like butterscotch crackers. So whatever.
Gosh, crap.
We also all know that my tastes are
Yeah.
acceptable.
No, chicken nugget man.
Chicken.
It's what he is.
I'm not ashamed of it.
Anyway.
Righty. So, I'm muted. Alrighty. So, like I was saying, last we left our party, we were trying to get across a bridge that was controlled by some hobgoblins. We made some pretty good time after leprechauns. After parting with some of our stuff, which we're getting kind of tired of doing, we crossed the bridge. The hobgoblins on the other side apparently extract a heavier toll, so we plan not to come back this way. And now, Diana has convinced Ada that boats are cool, and Diana has convinced Ada that boats are just fine. And so now we're going.
She is convinced.
You will be fine.
She
Because
has
I said so.
convinced. She has convinced Ada that the boat is what they're doing.
What we're doing.
It's not
Long
fine.
story short, we'll deal with the wet dog smell. So we're on our way to charter a boat across the lake. And, well, it's up to you whether it's wet dog smell or wet Ada smell. I'll leave that to you. But
Oh, one is worse. Wait. Oh God. Wait.
Phineas is not asking.
Ada can't swim. That's the
Well,
problem.
Ada. Yeah, that's the problem. Ada can't swim.
It never,
She's afraid
it
of the
never
water.
occurred to me to wonder whether Phineas can swim. Doesn't seem like something the Royals would do super regularly, if I'm gonna be honest.
They
No,
do
actually,
bathing.
No, thinking back on my backstory, no, he does not swim.
Hal can definitely
Oh.
swim, but has only ever swum in oases.
So that's not swimming. That's lounging and relaxing. Yeah, anyone can
Swim
swim
me.
like that, Hal.
Diana can swim because they taught herself out.
But I'll
She's
have.
not-
This is a life skill. I'm going to have it.
I'll also have you know, Hal has absolutely no problem with how much stuff they've given away. He's just happy that he's able to help support all of the local economies.
I love Hal so much.
He believes in shopping with small businesses.
Your small hobgoblin business.
They're just keeping the region safe and maintaining the bridge, and everyone's got a role to play in this world.
It's all true.
Uh,
I guess the last question we need to know is, can Ray swim?
I don't know why she wouldn't be able to.
That's really up to you, because it seems like a very logical thing that Ray can swim.
I
He's
feel
part
like
lizard,
But-
so lizards can swim.
All right. I guess, Phineas, are you indeed calling out your wolf?
Yeah. So we click our heels. There's no place like Avarcia. There's no place like Avarcia. There's no place like Avarcia.
I don't know if you really want to do that.
No.
I might teleport.
no place
No.
like
I was gonna
Gnome.
say you're summoning some bad juju there.
There's no place like Gnome. I don't know. Click, click. Winterwolf appears. All right. I'll get used to it eventually. But for now, actually, hold on. I need a disc. Hold on. So we're gonna summon the disc, and now we can get going.
All
So
right.
chill.
With Ray surfing along, Phineas riding his wispy winter wolf, Phantom Steed, and the rest of you are I assume the twins are wolfed out and racing Hal again. You make quick work of this journey We're not even going to stop for food. We're just going to plow on through until sunset. At which point you have reached the tops of the mountains and find that they have a very steep cutoff. Here, at the edge of the center peninsula, we have a city. It is more than just the fort that Phineas had on his map. It has definitely grown since what was here. At the top of this ridge, there is a pretty significant fortress still in operation, still well kept. It has buttresses, it has I want to say pillars, but the word I'm looking for is parapets. And it is pretty bustling, to be honest. But also from where you stand at the forest's edge, you see the very steep decline of this mountain foothill. Very rocky, but climbable. And down at the bottom is a very heavy tuft of trees, followed by the rest of this city. Floating upon the river, out into the river even, is this wooden city. It starts on the shore. Most of these houses are only 1 or 2 stories tall, but as it kind of goes further and further away from shore, you can see how some bob and ebb with the waves of the lake. From your vantage point, you are able to see clearly across the lake as the sun gives its last couple of lights and the stars are all that's left in the moonless sky on this, the night of the new moon.
Well, ought we find some lodging before we charter a boat, or I don't suppose there are many people who are going to be setting out at this time of the evening.
Probably not. It is quite pretty, like they said it would be, so.
A little bit bigger than I realized, but that's not a bad thing, necessarily.
It's supposed to be quite the outpost for the Vikings and launching point, so. Should be plenty of people here.
Maybe we'll find some people you know. That could be exciting.
Might be. Hopefully they know us and not the godless one. That would be problematic.
That's a good point.
So because of that, maybe we don't identify ourselves right away.
Should we go by our fake
Seems
names
wise.
again?
Sure.
Okay, I'm Hans.
Meredith,
I don't even remember what my name was.
Anna.
Anna, fine.
I'm Ray. I don't suspect that they're going to know me.
They're probably not going to know you, yeah. You and the wizard are
wizard.
probably...
As long as we leave out my last name, we ought to be all right.
Okay.
I don't even remember
I'm
your
not
last
even
name,
sure.
so-
It was Blackthorn.
Thanks, Hal.
No problem.
Oh, the all orcs and girls are so pretty.
I
So
see
You're
among
so
all of your characters.
unbothered. So unbothered by details that don't matter to them. I'm not going to remember that.
That's okay. I can remember for you.
Wonderful.
I love
But
it.
don't worry,
Fine.
Phineas. I won't tell anyone else.
Thank you for your discretion.
we can look for lodging, but the problem is we don't have funds. So
We can camp again.
You sound
We
so
can
thrilled,
either-
Phineas.
It is quite the view from here, though. It would be a nice spot to camp. Although I'm sure they have some nice rooms in the city, too.
believe it or not, I wasn't going to suggest camping. I was going to say, like, we might have to look around until we find someone who is willing to barter services for beds.
Oh. Well, in that case,
That's what we did before.
Ooh, I wonder
I
if
think
we
we
could
also
do
pay-
cooking again.
No.
Don't worry, we won't have any peppers. They won't grow this far north, I think.
We discovered this thing called peppers and Ada ate one, and it was very, very funny.
Oh yes,
don't-
they are often imported to the castle as a delicacy to some. I don't know. I've never been quite a fan.
They made her.
They're quite delicious in the Sunlands.
Oh,
We put them in everything.
Great.
Oh,
Well,
all right.
to the town.
We-
There's also the Shrine of Saloon here, Saluna, and maybe there's places that we can do
Oh.
use for lodging there.
oh. Well,
If we go there, you're a priestess. They have to respect you. It's so.
in this case, I
we used to-
suppose it's your turn to lead the way.
All right then. I will go to where I think it might be.
All right. Give me a survival check. History?
Can
Insight.
17 on the survival.
17 survival. So based on where you're at, the location of the fort, and the fact that every temple to Saluna should be able to see the maximum amount of the rising and setting moon, it shouldn't be too far from where you are, if it's supposed to be connected to the fort. So if you look around, if you casted some sort of magic, if you got lucky, you probably are within 5 minutes of whatever shrine might be here. What would you be looking for in a shrine dedicated to Saluna? So it's not going to be a massive like temple.
Right. Probably expect there to be some sort of very basic, like, structure of like somebody who lives there to take care of it. Maybe a little prayer room area, an altar, maybe a place to take in weary travelers, because that would be convenient.
any priestesses around?
Priestess or two.
Okay, pastor.
I'm picturing like a pagoda situation.
Nice. So Diana leads the way, just a little bit further away from the fort. The mountain cliff here kind of bends a little bit, and you lose some of the ambient light coming from the fires and torches down in the city. And as you hit that point where everything is just about out of sight, there is this very simple pagoda. Out in front of it is a stone sort of tower structure made with all natural stones. Nothing seems to have been cut. They've just kind of been laid upon one another in a very elegant but simple type of altar. And atop of that altar is a silver bowl, which is very customary for your people. And as you know, though many may not, in that bowl is water. So the water in the bowl is there for the purpose of reflecting the night sky, specifically the moon, and it's going to be just angled ever so slightly to catch the moon as it crosses the sky. Not tonight, again, because it is the new moon. And you do see a small amount of flickering light within the pagoda.
I will lead the way in there. Get to the basin of water, touch the water, and touch it to my forehead. So that feels appropriate.
Not your tongue?
No, not my tongue. That water's probably been sitting there. It's one of those like charged waters, when you put your water out in the new. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But it's been
It's
sitting there, and there's been
been-
lots of fingers in it too. So
It's been sitting there
Yeah.
for a bit.
mosquito trap.
Yeah.
Again, this town is known for its mosquitoes.
That's right.
I wouldn't drink the water. But I'm gonna look around and like, hello? Is anybody here?
In response, the door kind of creaks open, and very, very slowly, a woman strolls out. She has very long white hair down to about her waist. You can only see wisps of it beneath the massive ankle-length fur cowl that she wears. The wrinkles on her face are akin to a prune, but her whole demeanor is very pale, but also full of wisdom all at the same time. It's been a while since you've seen anyone really embodying some of the things that our Selûne priestesses do so well. But right in the middle of the clasp is the moon that mirrors the same moon you have on your pendant. And then her whole vestige, like she has this like ceremonial overcoat, is embroidered with silver on a dark blue, and the silver pattern across her, taking up her whole torso, is a variety of moons just kind of intertwined with one another in different shapes and patterns. And she looks at you all and is taken aback for a moment. I'm so sorry. Can I help you?
Diana's gonna dig out her own pendant from her shirt and be like, blessed new moon for you. We are traveling. I'm from the Selûne's temple in Saltindar, and we are actually looking for some lodging tonight.
Yes. Of course. You must be Diana Rexon.
Yes, that is me.
My my goddaughter. She chuckles, and you would know that this is a little inside joke of like an acolyte who has grown up because they're priestesses and gods and stuff. Has written about you.
Oh. Hopefully good things.
Many good things. A couple of scary things, but mostly good things.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry, I am not one to hold my tongue.
Life.
As we all, and I'm sure if you make it to my old age, you'll have many more. So if you are Diana, that means that one is Ada.
Yes. Hello.
You also are welcome here.
Thank you.
Can you vouch
Ray
for the rest of...
Ray's gonna lean over to Phineas and go, well, I don't think this bodes well for the rest of us.
These are our friends. Hans, well, it feels wrong to be lying to a priestess. This is Halcyon, Phineas, and Ray. We've been traveling with them.
She kind of moves forward very slowly and starts to almost circle you, a little more curiously, like a cat might, as opposed to the way a wolf would stalk their prey. Halcyon, from where do you hail?
It is a pleasure to meet you. It is very nice to meet more people akin to Diana. She has been a great companion, but I am from the Sunlands. I am a brother at the monk and the monastery in the Sunlands, and I am currently on my sabbatical traveling the world so that I can get more experiences and see what I want to do with my life.
It is a fated pleasure to meet you, child of the Sunlands. And She passes over Phineas, just kind of staring at him, and comes to Ray. You dear, I see you hail from Idra, but what brings you with this group?
The wizard.
The wizard. Interesting.
The wizard and Rye.
I'm like, how do I say that?
That'll be me. I've already been introduced. I'm Phineas. I'm looking to get to Varsia to study at one of the local libraries there.
Ah, very good, very good. She kind of gets lost in her thoughts for a moment. Phineas and Diana, can you both make me Arcana checks?
Let's see. Time to. I have my character sheet up. Where is it? Somewhere. There it is. +8.
As a 6.
16.
Yeah, there you go.
Diana, it's very customary for priestesses to mumble to themselves, especially blessings and prayers. So you hear the name of Saloon in a very, very soft mumble as she's speaking and just kind of gesturing, and then grabs hold of her clasp. Phineas, she's casting a spell.
Would you care to enlighten me?
Oh, very, very much. You see, I know your cloak, and I needed to know if it was what I had been foretold, and indeed. Please, you are all welcome here tonight.
Very kind of you. You seem to know quite a bit, so I'm not going... If you have questions, I am likewise a curious mind. Feel free to ask, and I will do my best to answer. And he's kind of looking sideways at Diana and Ada, because he's put a lot of trust in them that this person is going to be on the safe side, but they seem to trust them, and something tells me that I don't want her on my bad side if she already has all this information. So it's better in this case to make friends than to make enemies, even though I'm a little wary.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
She's...
Oh no, I was gonna jump in and roleplay.
Oh, that's fine. She was just gonna lead you inside.
You say you know of his cloak. What is it that you know?
That is a very good thing to ask. Come inside. Let us speak over some food. And we will see if your wizard has questions instead of answers.
Very kind
And
of you.
with that, she kind of turns around, opens the door all the way, and goes inside.
Hal mumbles to himself, I have so many questions.
Priestesses aren't always straightforward.
The monks tend to be that way too.
Maybe this is the kind of person who might actually have some answers to the questions that I've been looking for. So it's nice. This might good choice, Diana. Good choice.
Well, considering her age, she probably knows a whole lot of wisdoms for us. So, right, let's get settled in.
You enter this small little shrine home. So again, the shrine is the altar outside. This appears to just kind of be more of her home, but she has it set up in a very particular manner. There are a series of mats kind of rolled out on one side. Not enough for all of you, but, you know, 'tis the trope. And there's plenty of space over in
How
a
many
kind
beds?
of like visiting
How many
area.
beds are there?
I'll let you decide. She has a small little eating area where there's a table with only 4 chairs and a very small kettle next to a simple fireplace. So this is basically a one-room home. There is a small cot, which is obviously hers, in the far corner, where she has kind of like a little partition set up where she can give herself privacy should she want it. And then there is a series of icons and idols and other iconography for Selûne, kind of arranged very, very particularly in this other front corner.
Phineas feels a little prodding in his mind, and he snaps his fingers, and Sadie appears and goes and curls up by the fire.
Cats are creatures of the night and more than welcome in my humble home.
I'm sorry, I sometimes forget to ask, but I appreciate your hospitality. And so she would, she probably likes you better than me already. So.
Well, the Fae are fickle creatures, so who knows what you may get.
So, you...
Ada's...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Ada's gonna... Can I offer to help you with anything? Just like falling into that gatekeeper role.
I was merely going to get a little food together for you also, if you'd like to spread out your own bedrolls. I'm sorry I do not have enough for all of you, but and then in maybe a minute or two, come join me by the fire. I can offer you rest for the evening, should you so like.
We would appreciate that. Thank you.
I'd be happy to do some prayers with you later if you'd like.
Oh, I expect as much.
Wonderful.
Phineas was going to ask a question, but he figures he might as well wait and settle in first. He just has so many questions that he wants to ask that he's going to try and restrain himself.
Thirst for knowledge.
He starts the question. She's like, "Oh, you guys can go settle in a minute or two." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Yeah, it's not time yet. Well, Diana's gonna go and start like unrolling the bedrolls that are there.
It's tight quarters, but you can, again, using your own materials and things, you could definitely make yourselves a comfortable little pile, snuggle pile, even if you so desire. As you turn around from putting whatever you decide to remove in that corner, you see that she is ladling out stew from this kettle. The kettle is honestly big enough for 2, and she has already filled 6 plates with whatever she is taking out of it.
Does it smell like home?
It smells like home mixed with cinnamon.
Yes.
So you said that the kettle is only big enough to serve 2?
Yep.
But she's making 6 portions out of it. That's very kind of her.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. It only is big enough to serve 2, and she has been able to pull 6 portions out.
Oh, like 6 actual portions? This isn't like...
It's bigger on the
Six
inside.
actual
Yeah.
portions.
Okay.
It's bigger on the inside. There you go.
Got it.
TARDIS soup.
TARDIS.
Such an exotic
That's a
smell.
neat
I
trick.
bet it tastes amazing.
Some people do not always prefer cinnamon. They're savory, but I find it adds a little spice to life. And
I do like spice.
she smiles to herself. and then goes over to the fire and begins pulling out some bread and breaking it and breaking it and breaking it and breaking it and breaking it, and what was once one loaf is now 6 small loaves.
Just in time for Easter, everybody.
Gotcha. Come, please, sit by the fire if you prefer. But I have questions, I have quandaries, and I have answers should you like to hear them.
Well, I'll start with, I'm not sure if I can say the most obvious question, but I presume that you have noticed that abjuration magic is not working? It feels oversimplistic.
Yes. No, though it is just as simple as that. And yet infinitely more complicated.
Okay, well then you seem to have more information than I, because I was positing a few theories. So, well, actually, I found some abjuration magic that does work. That has really baffled me.
You see her face become very invested.
Like, there's the one scroll that was supposed to kill me but didn't, and then I think I had my alarm spell, which I believe is abjuration magic, if I remember correctly, and that one worked. And
So you're saying abjuration magic that existed no longer works, but abjuration magic that you create continues to work.
seems so. Oh, damn it! The collar. The collar was abjuration magic, but we don't have it anymore, so I can't give it to you.
You probably know of the type of collars, the moonstone collars that are
Yes.
made to control the wolves.
Yes. I never met the wolf, but my teacher indeed knew of them. She did not ride with them, but she knew those who had been befriends of the pack.
Do you know where they went?
I do not. They unfortunately were gone before my life began.
So Phineas pulls out the scroll of dispel magic. I had 2 of these, and I used one to dispel the collar, and that shouldn't have worked. Wait. Do you think I'm the answer? That it's because of me? Because I assume that maybe the scroll was imbued with some like deity's power, or I don't know. I had a few theories. He pulls out his notebook and starts paging through and rattling off anything they've thought of.
While that happens, what else would you all like to know? She's going to keep her attention pretty heavily on Phineas as she watches him to see what he's working through.
I would like to know about your knowledge of his cloak.
Well, that, I'm afraid, is going to have to wait for his attention to return.
Okay,
Have
so there's also some of the necrotic magic, but like
That has been gone for a very long time.
right, but I'm trying to remember because I have notes about necrotic magic. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. There was the collar was dealing necrotic magic, right? Yeah,
Necrotic damage,
the moonstone collar was imbued with necrotic magic, and that shouldn't. There, just like so many of these things, just shouldn't be possible.
You see her smile kind of curl up in this kind of happy delight as she watches you put pieces together, even though you seem to be running into walls.
So I thought that maybe because necrotic magic has been absent for so long that like maybe the collar was made before it like had been in existence and for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, or maybe there's something specific to the moonstone that was imbued with some sort of necrotic energy. Like maybe it's the object itself. Maybe it's not the casting of some magical person, but like some innate property of the
There you
moonstone.
go.
Oh, you think that's it?
You're getting very close now, young one.
Is there a reason you speak only in riddles?
Oh, it's fun for the old to enjoy the things we have earned with
Brother
age.
Marcus always said the best way to learn is to figure it out from someone older. If they just told you, you wouldn't have learned anything. They would have just told you it.
I believe I have heard of your brother Marcus.
His jaw drops. You
I
know
didn't
the
even
monks?
think Brother Marcus was real.
I know of the monks, and there have been a few who have, as you say, sabbaticaled.
Oh yes, Marcus
This
has,
way.
and he pulls out his map. He made this map for me.
Yes, I see. But the Futhark there, the runes of Ada and Diana's people, I put them on this map. I see it has been much improved since he came through here.
He like looks at the map, like not having realized that those types of things were on there for the first time. I had no idea that he did like all of this himself. Well, I guess mostly himself if he had other people help, but like along his journey. What was your name again? I have to tell him that we met.
You know, none of you actually asked me.
I'm very sorry.
May we know your
What is your name?
May we know your name, Moon Mother?
As Diana would know, Gydia is my title here. But they call me Vitronot.
Is this ringing any bells?
You've definitely heard of her, especially having made friends with someone who's from this area.
So you said
Oh my god, it was Helga.
Vitruma? Hal's obviously going to butcher the pronunciation, whatever it is, so...
Absolutely.
We apologize for not asking sooner. We usually go by priestess up in Veltunder, so.
I
First names get abandoned quickly.
don't think the priestess has a name anymore. She's just
Ours-
known as the priestess.
She does. She doesn't like to share it.
Hjeltin. This is tradition. Hjeltin there.
If it makes you feel better, I do know her name from before becoming the priestess.
What is her name?
I will not share that with you. I am so sorry, dear.
Sorry, you're right.
That would have been hilarious.
Was wrong to ask.
I will let you
Becomes
know.
hard.
It is
Give her her
a pretty hilarious name. If I were her, and I told her this once, I would have a different name.
How's it going?
It's
Emily, wasn't it?
Hal's butchering the
You win D&D?
pronunciation, and Phineas was butchering the spelling as he takes down notes.
There it is. I guess
What do I
I
know
should be.
of this? What do I know of this lady's reputation? Oh,
She has not left this shrine since attaining Saloon's blessing and the assignment. So she's lived here in this house, in this place, for 60 years. Before that, she actually was born and raised here. So there's the 15 years where she lived here as a person. Then she went off, did her priestessing, and then for the last 60 years has been here. Other than knowing that she feels a very particular calling, and like she has to be here for something, she always kind of talked about the fate and her destiny. Then she's just a really wise, not particularly powerful, but she has Saloon's blessing, and she finished all of her training. So
She's the village
got more
crazy
magic than you.
lady.
Graduated.
She graduated Fjaltindr University and like 200 years ago.
Did you go to Falconer? Or different?
Of course,
Oh.
that's the temple where we get our callings.
Making
and-
sure. We walk the same halls. It's okay.
Yes.
Did you know about the? No, that's not an important question.
Try me. There is no inappropriate question unless you are asking to go to bed with me.
No, I'm.
That is
I am
merely
not.
because there are too many people here.
I'm. Oh, well,
She wants to know about the Moonstone Cave.
yes.
What's up?
What would you like to know
Not right
about the
now. I can see your
Moonstone
toes
Cave?
later.
When
Nathan, you can mute yourself before you speak, man.
Don't worry, we muted you.
I mean, if that's what Phineas is saying to the priestess,
That's amazing.
We might need to come back around to that.
I mean,
That is hilarious.
Hal almost made a joke about the brothel, so
I
Valid.
the Moonstone Cave, when we've lived there for 15 years, something like that, and it wasn't used for anything, not rituals, nothing, but it was nice. I just was wondering if it had been used for anything when you were there.
No, it was,
Diana looks a little bit sad.
it was long out of use for my time as the wolves had gone, but
It
again, the stories I had heard is many of the wolves would use it for birthing in particular, because they could remain in the cave for the moons and the shifts, and it made their months easier.
So it is possible.
Oh,
I mean, it's only 3 full moon cycles, but still, it's
3?
very, very... Yes, dear. Wolves are only pregnant for 3 months before giving birth.
Oh, well, good. It was a good cave. Do you know anything about the Godless One?
Yes. He has been here.
How recent?
Within the year, we lost many good soldiers to his schemes and his warmongering, but it's more than warmongering, his ideals. And it's part of the reason the fort is still unsettled. He was able to sway the Jarl, not the Jarl, the Skorunger, the, the fort captain, who'd been here for nigh on 20 years, with his boasts of glory and his determination to bring back the old ways and
What old ways is he trying to bring back?
those from thousands of years ago, those the raiding, the pillaging, where there's no use for peace or no use for the gods or farms or beauty, just blood, gold, war.
Where did he come from?
That is also a very challenging question. Because if he was not Viking, he would not wield the Godiacs. But if he was from here, we would know him.
So is he from farther north? Perhaps.
This is a mystery, even to me. Only the prophet is said to be able to identify.
The prophet with the answers we seek?
I don't believe you're looking for his answers.
No. But who is this prophet?
I believe at this point, and she kind of takes her bowl, slurps it down, and puts it aside. I believe you have asked enough questions and should finally be ready for the answer. She stands up and walks over to her private little murals and everything that she's got going on in the corner with Saloon, and she pulls a scroll that it's only about yay big. And it was situated on like a little stand. It was actually kind of the center focus of everything, but on its own it really isn't much. She then slowly makes her way back and returns to her chair by the fire, and she opens the very, very old parchment. Phineas, can you give me a calligraphy check?
You are muted, Nate.
You are struggling tonight.
Nathan works in tech.
Really, all that means is we try to make our setups more complicated, and therefore
My word.
they have more.
Yeah,
issues.
that's
You guys
That's
really
correct.
do. Because they want specific microphones with specific headphones, and these are not always the same and connected.
And heaven
Because
forbid
how-
something happen to the monitors.
Oh no. I love our
Oh, which
tech
one?
boys.
Three of us?
the cat keeps jumping up on the monitors. That's not important right now. Anyway, calligraphy check. So that's going to be an intelligence check plus my proficiency bonus. That sound about right?
Unless you have expertise, yeah.
I don't think I have expertise. I think just proficiency. Okay. So plus 4 to intelligence, proficiency bonus is a 2. All right. 21.
21. This scroll is older than all 5 of you. This scroll is probably almost as old as this priestess, and it shows. It crinkles as it opens. Some of the ink is splattered, and as you try and kind of peer through, because you could see a little bit of the firelight, it's written in these old runes that Phineas doesn't necessarily know, but he can quickly recognize as the ancient language of the Vikings. And she begins to read. In the darkest night, the cursed and the blessed, cloaked with ancient light, awaken the prophet, restoring weave to right. Amidst their wayward plight, return evils unrested, moving pawns to fight, men begot by comet, unraveling fate in plain sight. You watch as she takes the scroll, releases it, and then turns and tosses it into the fireplace.
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Does anyone
I
does
said,
anyone memorize
Why?
that?
Why?
I certainly hope the
why
wizard
did you do
memorized
that?
this.
I have not left the mountain. This shrine for 60 years since the High Priestess gave this to me, entrusted this to me. And on this, the darkest night, both the cursed and the blessed walked into my shrine.
I'm sorry. Which one am I?
Neither one of
I-
those.
You, dear boy, are the prophet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You wear the prophet's mantle. You speak in riddles you don't understand. And you have surrounded yourself by both the ancient and the sunlight.
Okay. So, can I make an intelligence check or intelligence save to try and memorize that thing that you just threw in the fire? Because I know I can go back and watch on
Absolutely.
stream, but it feels like it feels only fair that I actually. You know what? Portents. I have portent for this.
Oh, that's right. You haven't long rested.
Yeah.
And
So
can
that's
I
going to be a
request?
19. Go ahead.
Can I request a bio break after this because I am now having technical
Oh, yeah.
difficulties.
Yeah, we're almost at 9.
Um,
All right.
So it's going to be a 19 plus my intelligence modifier is +4. Yeah. 23. How's that?
23. I'll give it all to you.
Thank you. You'll have to drop it to me later, or I
Yep,
can go
that's
back
how.
and rewatch the stream. But seems important.
I'm sure he has it written down. I'm
Yes.
sure he has it at the top of his head.
Yeah, that was all improv.
Yeah,
Eat your heart
I
out,
totally
Mercer.
do prophecies. Yeah. Suck it, Mercer.
No.
No. No.
No.
Yes, it's a copyright infringement if we played epic music during the battle break, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
we'd probably get
But I
flagged
bet.
for that. I mean, we could reach out to Jorge and see if he would let us.
Can we please?
Let us use
Janine,
epic
you should
music
reach out to
now.
Jorge.
I mean,
I mean, I'm gonna tag him
I
in a
approve.
video I have to post of my girls singing.
All right, get
Let us
permission,
out.
and then I'll see if Twitch lets us. Because even if we get permission, Twitch still might not let us. So
Oh, that's fair.
aw.
All right.
And if you don't know what epic the musical is, you should look it up.
Yes, please,
You should
everyone.
definitely look it up because then you'll understand some of what my riddle had.
Jorge, we
In
will
it.
talk
Oh,
about Epic the Musical on every stream if we can use the music during stream.
Hey!
Like, it's changed my life, Jorge. Please.
Anyway, so
We are going on bio break. We will be gone for 5 minutes. There will be a timer so you know how long we are gone. Tunes by Arcane Anthems to keep you company, unless maybe someday we can get Epic the Musical. And a timer so you know how long we are gone. I think I already said that, so we will see you soon. And we're back! Hello, everybody.
We were totally not singing epic.
We totally were singing Epic the Musical.
So yeah.
Life changing, okay, guys? Life changing.
That's really good.
I have to say, I swear, I know I have an overly complicated technical setup, but I swear it breaks my don't touch anything. I swear I haven't changed anything in the last week, and it just decided it hates me.
You know,
I
that's
don't
how
know.
my autoimmune issues are. Like, I could not change anything, and all of a sudden something will like pop out of joint or do something ridiculous, or I'll spike a fever, and I'm like, I was doing nothing. I wasn't even adding things to this to cause problems.
I mean, just wait.
It's
Just wait until we have to ditch Skype. Just imagine how many new
No.
problems we're gonna have.
Do you guys know I have the worst tech setup of
Mhm.
all of everyone? I can't afford to learn something new.
Usually I can fix things by sheer force of will, just being here, just scares the technology into submission, but apparently not tonight. So,
Tis not foolproof.
Because
apologize to
the
anyone who heard
abjuration
the
magic.
conversations about toes in the first half. Yeah, I
That was
thought
great.
Almost,
Like, you-
I almost
I
muted
thought
you
it
in
was
time,
muted.
but it was just enough to hear the word toes.
It really
I
was.
was like, I know
And
this is not something that's supposed to be heard.
I know. It is your daughter.
I
Showing
thought I
off her
was muting.
pedicure.
It wasn't like I didn't realize the microphone was picking up. I thought I was muting.
In your
Whoops.
defense, at least you
Uh-huh.
said, no, I don't want to.
No,
Not,
I
I
don't
want
want
to.
I do know better than that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. So here we are, sitting around the fire with a really old lady who just burned a prophecy.
Yeah. And she mentioned the curse.
Is this normal?
For me or for
Oh,
them?
I don't know anybody. I've never heard a prophecy before.
Oh, they come and they go. I've heard a few dozen in my lifetime. Seen about 3 of them actually come to fruition. 4 if you include tonight.
Something that happens at the temples but usually doesn't involve us.
Well, except
Well,
for the
I
whole
mean-
curse thing.
That's one.
Exactly.
That's one.
Every priestess has a prophecy. Many do not share them. Many are bidden to secrecy. Some receive them earlier in life than they planned.
You've been holding on to that one for. Sorry, how long?
60
years?
years.
Right.
Every new moon. Sitting here waiting for you to show up. I just didn't know it was you.
Ta-da. We're here. How long has it been? 60 years.
Any epic references
No.
can we make tonight?
Okay.
No more than 6 seconds.
So you seemed like it seems like you know more about the abjuration stuff and why it's working than I do. Care to enlighten me, or do I still need to keep asking questions? I'm happy to keep asking
I do.
questions.
I do appear to know more than you. Though I do not necessarily know what you want to know.
I want to understand the rules for when it works and when it doesn't.
Well, I can give you a bit of a history lesson, and hopefully that will help you understand the present. You watch as she's developing this cough.
Is that in character, or were you just choking?
It's both.
Okay.
You know, sometimes fate works in your best
Okay.
interest.
There was just a rumble of thunder outside, and I was just like, "Now this is getting spooky."
Oh, okay.
In the Luanova War, there were many outcomes that were unpredicted. They were what matters? The Tower of Necromancy was removed. and with it, the magic of necromancy was removed from our world. This you know. I cannot hear you. Speak up, boy.
You're muted.
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
And you can hear him
The
scream from
funniest
across
part
the
was
room.
that Cat's mic is not muted, so I'm going to change that.
Yeah, I heard myself scream. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. That all tracks with what I know so far. I didn't know about the Tower of Necromancy, but that makes sense.
But do you understand that when one magic is removed, it is replaced with another?
That I did not understand.
That is why things like the Moonstones exist in our world. These are forbidden magics. These exist despite others. These are objects or gemstones or minerals that are here and should not, that have their magic because they exist, not because they are connected to a god or to a person or to the weave. These are older.
Okay, so when the necromancy tower fell, it made way for this, like you said, forbidden, this like a subsect of magic.
I would say it is an ancient magic. Ray, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yes, please.
Cool. I was dealing with a fashion emergency, which, you know,
Mhm.
for 13-year-olds is the worst kind of emergency. You said intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom, please.
Is it against a spell?
Yes, it's against magic.
Oh, well, that's funny. I got 18 twice.
Nice. As she speaks this word, the word ancient magic, Ray, you feel the tattoo on your hand respond. But I'm gonna let you choose whether or not it reacts or if you're going to control it.
What do I feel it doing?
It's like the glow, like that. When it's inert, it's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw how Fichi's glowed, and as it was transferred and bequeathed, yours glowed. So it's like it's being called.
I'm gonna pick up.
She does not have a mark
Okay.
that resembles this, if that matters.
I'm gonna pick up my hand, look at it, and then hide it real quick.
Make me a sleight of hand check, and everyone else can make a perception check here.
Perception.
Once it's your glory
That's a
tattoos.
21.
22.
Damn it!
Oh!
10.
I was so close. Almost looked fast enough.
I was so close.
Phineas? My dude, you're still muted.
I know. 18.
18. All right.
Al's the only one who saw?
Hal is the only one who sees it.
Wow.
Both Diana and Phineas catch Ray do something weird with her hand. But Hal, you see the glowing mark that she very quickly and very purposefully hides.
Any chance I recognize it?
There's a very small chance that you've seen this.
No, I don't. It's a nat 1.
Okay. All right, there it is. No, you have
Well,
not encountered
glowing
this.
hand. That's still interesting, but he's totally
Glowing
keeping
hand.
his mouth shut.
Yeah. So no, the schools of magic you're familiar with, abjuration, necromancy, conjuration, these illusion, these, I guess, were the subsets of magic. What you wear on your back is not tied to divination, but it is tied to prophecy.
He kind of pulls the cloak. He's like, all right. You know, this is part of the learning process. As you find the things you assumed were wrong, and now I'm going to have to question everything, I suppose. But this is part of the process.
This is why I don't bother to learn things. Like, Ada is listening to this whole magic conversation in the same way that Amelia listens to conversations about math.
Need it, it exists.
Like, yeah,
Somebody else's problem.
sure, there are numbers, but I care not for them.
Did you have to burn the prophecy? You couldn't read it one more time?
Maybe not, but it felt right.
It was very dramatic.
No, it felt dramatic.
Wish I would remember more. Of
I
it.
think it's funny.
The
that
smile
they
on
both
her
said
face
the same
is-
thing with very different intentions.
That's so on brand.
Do you need me to recite it? I have been mulling it over for 60 years. It's on my heart and on my mind. I do not think that I could explain much of it, to be honest.
I mean, it clearly involved us, so I'd like to hear it again. So I know. I mean, I'm not sure I'd know anything from it, but clearly it's important.
Phineas
What have you?
pulls out his notebook. Is like, here, would you
Prophet.
like to read it? And he just hands it over to Diana.
You wrote it down. Great.
While they're
Okay.
doing that, did we ever circle back to like cursed and the blessed?
We
Okay.
did
I
not.
don't know that Ray would know anything about that, so I'm not going to ask then.
No, the people who know about it already know about it.
Yes, but Kat does not think that they are interpreting correctly. And is therefore curious about what she would say, but there is no in-character reason to ask.
I will ask then. Could you say the part about the cursed and the blessed again?
Oh, well, it really is more of a fated circumstance. In the darkest night, she kind of raises her hands. The cursed and the blessed, and she points at both of you with both hands simultaneously. Cloaked with ancient light, awaken the prophet.
I mean, I don't.
Why are they the cursed and blessed?
Because we've always been.
Sort of the thing. Our father was Jarl, and he brought us to the temple to be to have the air blessed. It's his tradition, and he asked for 2 blessings instead of 1. I think his intention was that we would rule together, I don't know, or just get more power. Either way, Seluna said that one of us would be blessed and the other would be cursed, and I think it's fairly clear what happened there.
Not really. Which one is cursed and which is blessed?
Depends on your interpretation.
I turned into a fucking wolf.
So,
A very
Which doesn't
big
always
wolf.
mean it's a curse.
It's impressive.
That's what I've been trying to tell her her whole life.
The first time I did this, I
A
killed.
thought dawns on Hal, and he starts to frown as Ada continues.
The first time I did this, I was so not in control of any part of myself that I killed my own mother, who was the dearest person other than Diana to me. So no,
That was an accident.
this is a curse. It does some cool things, but
and all of the wolves that we know lived in that fort, were they also cursed? What makes this a curse? Isn't it how you use it?
Only if you do not have faith.
Even she thinks it's not necessarily a curse. Do you know, speaking to the priest, do you know which is cursed and which is blessed? Is it possible they're both?
It...
Are you?
You see she actually coughs up blood this time. Anything is possible, but it would go against all of my wisdom and experience, history and understanding for Seluna to declare that one is blessed and one is cursed, and for them not to be individually either blessed or cursed.
You need healing.
This is new?
I'm sorry. He's the prophet.
Yes.
Cursed, blessed. What? Ancient light.
Not ancient light. Ancient light.
Does she point to one or the other?
She indicates Ray as ancient and Hal as light.
We don't look old. Maybe Snakes Itch differently?
Depends how you define ancient.
Maybe.
And Diana's definitely gonna eye Hal and just be like, I don't know. That makes sense.
Hal's going
Which
to
is why it
slink
was
away a little
important.
bit from Diana's gaze.
I'm a little worried about them
Okay.
returning evils unrested. Personally, feels
I'm
like
a little worried that
problem.
this woman is dying here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that cop too.
Can we investigate the call? Was she doing this earlier?
Medicine check.
Yeah.
No, she was.
No, this was all kind of a newly developing thing.
Medicine check over here.
Medicine check.
13.
Hal's
She's
also
old.
doing a medicine check. 17. No, sorry. I have a +3 to this.
she's-
19.
Ooh. She is old.
6.
Definitely not young.
Let me see. There's no way that I will roll anything good here.
As long as we're
Would you
all
prefer to do insight instead of medicine?
I could insight, maybe. No, that doesn't matter. They're both +2.
Yeah.
10. So yeah, no better.
What was that?
10.
Crit
Oh,
fail.
nice.
What did she tell us? Sorry. What did she tell us about how she came by this prophecy? The scroll, was it given to her by Seluna?
No, it's every priestess gets a prophecy of some sort.
Okay.
Whether it's before, during, or at their graduation.
Okay.
So this is part of her blessing, and it was given to as part of her assignment here.
Get a prophecy. Nobody gave me a prophecy.
I'm a little bit worried that when the prophecy becomes true, she's just gonna croak. Like, oh, they're
Yeah,
here. It's time to croak.
I'll look around for like water to give her.
You are too sweet. There's a pitcher over there.
And I get you a glass. Just hand her, pour some hand her over. Guess it's a good time to hydrate.
Right.
Just
Nathan.
everyone hydrate the old lady.
There's a little bit of a blood stain on the lip of the cup after she pulls it from her lips.
Well, what are we meant to do with this prophecy now?
I was meant to give it to you. It is for you to understand or fulfill or ruin. To be fair, not all prophecies come true. Not all prophecies are fulfilled. And not all prophecies are complete. Perhaps there's more, perhaps there's less, perhaps someone else with more understanding can point you upon your path, but for whatever reason, the 5 of you seem to be fated. It was no chance that you were here. It was not chance that brought you together or had you traveled. Each of you made choices. Each of you made decisions upon your way that led you here. You had opportunities to stray or walk away, but you did not.
That is not as comforting as I think you mean it to sound.
It was not meant as a comfort. It was meant as
Oh,
reflection.
good. I hate reflecting.
Reflecting is very important. It is the best way to learn.
Well, when all your reflections lead you to think that you're eternally cursed, I can't imagine it'd be fun reflecting.
You don't There have been things that have happened in my life that leave no doubt in my mind that I am cursed. So, unless you know everything about me, everything that I have done and said, and everything, you do not get to tell me whether I am cursed or not. You do not get to make light of something that I have struggled with my entire life and have
I was
accepted.
I've been
not
there your
making
entire
light
life.
of that. I was stating what seems to be an emotional fact. Why would you want to reflect? When every time you reflect, you feel like there is no blessing, there is no good.
It's true.
Well, I was there for most of your life, except for the first 3 minutes. And you already know my opinion on the matter.
I know. Because you have a very good and kind heart, and I don't think you would see anyone as being cursed, even if they are.
I think our father's cursed.
Does having a
Well,
curse
by his
does
own
having a curse put on you mean that you are cursed? Are you what you are, or what they make you?
They say you are what you eat.
I've not heard
And
that
frankly,
That makes
I
you
have
goat.
eaten a very bad man. So
Oh, I was thinking that made you a goat.
it has made me mostly porridge. Really
And some
like
honey
porridge.
cake.
Maybe a potato.
Well,
If
it's getting late, and I don't like the sound of that cough. You should probably rest.
I agree.
I
I guess for my own peace of mind, what will you all do next?
We are on the path to Corinthia. I am to meet Ivan of Blutkindra, and I was going to ask.
She kind of makes a little like
Yes,
face.
What's wrong with Ivan?
has he been? Apart from the usual, has he been in this area recently?
No.
Oh.
Everybody around here knows of the up and coming young Jarl. So
Wait, time out. I thought Diana was going to be a Jarl. Is Ivan also going to be a Jarl?
Mhm.
So it's a political marriage,
That is
basically.
so cute.
Got it. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes, he is very impressive. All right, great. Just check.
then you will be taking a boat.
Yes, sorry. That we did talk about that earlier. Yes, we will be looking to take the boat to Corinthia. Is there a fee, you know?
Typically, yes. I believe. I believe that there are no boats going out tomorrow due to the hunt.
What hunt?
I'm so tired.
Is it possible for, like, she definitely looks sick, even if I don't know that, right? Like, even if I don't know, like,
Yeah.
what's causing her sickness, would it be possible for me to do some laying on of hands?
Absolutely. You're gonna need to convince her to let you do that, though.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I also have some healing, so I could also more easily convince her.
It has been an exciting day. 60 years in the making.
Sure. Let's see. We can help you feel a little more comfortable.
I would not say no to comfort. But tomorrow in the morning, you should take. Find out where Yefervin Amira is. I believe she will be setting sail for our. Under the banner of Jurar for the hunt.
Can
What-
we provide you some comfort?
Sure, yes, of course.
Do a healing word at first level. And this lady gets 11.
Damn.
So y'all watch out.
You see like the pallor of her face kind of come back a little bit, and the blood around her lips dissipate a little bit.
Are you feeling better?
Seluna's blessings always make me better.
See?
Light is very important to share with others.
Last one.
Ray's just gonna roll her eyes.
I appreciate you offering us your time and wisdom. It is certainly a blessing for my part to meet a kindred, curious soul such as yours, and I appreciate the answers and probably more questions that I'll probably come up with after we leave here.
Very good, very good. You will have to excuse me, unless you have more pertinent questions.
Did we
I
ever
have
figure out
just
about the
time
cloak?
Oh, you weren't there for
Nope.
part of that. You know a
Yes.
lot of the stuff about the towers and all of that. But yeah, they got a very minimal crash course on the cloak, and that Phineas is the prophet.
Cool. How's she looking? Is she still looking healthy?
I mean, she's old and tired.
We won't take up any more of your time.
She looked like she popped 2 Tylenol.
Yeah.
There you go. Feel free to stoke the fire. Or
Ada will get right
do
to
what
that,
you
doing
do.
her
I will not.
farm things.
I will not bother an old one such as me.
Well, you
And,
get your rest, and I will pray for you as you drift off to sleep.
She gets up and then goes over to her personal little shrine and does a very, very quiet, quick prayer, and then goes into her little alcove where her bed is, and you see her shuffle these privacy not curtains,
Furs.
like
Panels.
partitions.
Yeah.
Around. She lights a lamp in there, and you can hear a little bit of scrawling and writing as you all sit by the fire.
I'm gonna go outside back to the public shrine area and go and like kneel at the little altar there and like do some priestess prayers.
Saying her moon rosary.
Angling the pendant above the water or something. I don't know. Whatever.
There's songs, prayers,
Pray for the old lady, pray for guidance, pray for interpretation of the prophecy, that kind of stuff.
As it is with every new moon, your prayers go out and feel almost unanswered. You know they're heard. You know that they matter.
Disconnect.
But
Signal as well.
the upload speed and the download speed just don't.
Buffering.
Yeah.
You send the message, but like there's
The
like a
moon
little
satellite's
like
not
it'll
receiving.
connect. There's
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
You're sitting there
These will
watching.
download
Is it
when
read
there's
receipt?
Wi-Fi again.
Your call has
Delivery
been
confirmation,
forwarded to
yeah.
an automated voice messaging system. Salune is not available right now. Please try again later.
Yeah.
So then in the morning we have to find this Amara person and figure out what that's all about, and then we can just keep going forward, I suppose, and figure out what the prophecy means.
Did you get a prophecy, Diana?
Are we saying this when I'm back from
I
here?
guess. Oh, I guess yeah. I guess you're not here.
Alright.
Never mind. It can wait.
Wonder about that all you want.
You could ask Ada.
Oh, okay.
You could ask Ada.
Do you know if Diana got a prophecy, Ada?
No, I don't think so. We had, before we left, there was a sort of ritual ceremony where we had to re-swear our lives to Salune, and I think she heard words from the goddess. I don't know if it was a prophecy.
So maybe she did. Maybe she doesn't even know that she got a prophecy. Prophecies seem very confusing.
Has Diana told Ada about the dream that she's had for forever of the... Wait, I feel like she has. Wait a
I
minute.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the question is whether or not you interpreted it as a prophecy.
I didn't. But then, now there's a prophecy going on about ancient and light. And somehow your light... Halcyon?
Yes?
Middle name.
Why are you the light?
Please hold. Halcyon's brain is buffering.
Halcyon is unfazed by the question, and he
Mhm.
responds, "Well, my name is Halcyon because that's the name the monks gave me, because it basically means light. And it's just they felt like I was a light to the world, or I could be, and so that's kind of what my name is, what I want to be for the world."
So what's your real name?
Well, I don't go by it anymore because I'm a monk, so it's just Halcyon.
Right.
He's also from the
Where's
sun.
detect thoughts when you need it?
Can I insight check the boy?
You are welcome to insight check. You also just heard Ray give a very sound logical argument.
I didn't actually hear what
He's also
That's it.
from the Sunlands.
I know, but it doesn't. But listen, Ada knows that her sister has had dreams about running after some guy in like a ball of light. And honestly, those dreams concern Ada because she's like, that doesn't sound like what we're supposed to be doing. But so here we go. A 17 insight check.
I rolled a 12 deception.
Oh shoot!
What?
That was
What?
was
Pardon?
absolutely a rehearsed statement that he has clearly said many times in his life.
What aren't you telling me? Can I make an intimidation check?
No, he gets nervous.
Oh, good. Are you sure?
People don't normally call him out on this. I don't know what you mean.
Hold on, I'm gonna do a timing check. All right, I'm gonna go above 10, and I walk into the room right now. Below 10, I don't. It's a 2. Come on, guys.
Diana's not coming back to save Hal.
No. What are you not telling me about the light?
Well, I mean, you know how I healed Diana that one time when she got hurt. So like I was born with some magic, but I'm not supposed to like use it because
Why?
well, because it's you're not supposed to use magic in the Sunlands.
What is your magic?
Well, I have the healing magic.
What other magic?
Hal's like
Ada
real
is actually
nervous
gonna grab.
and, like,
Wait, can I
looking
grab him
around.
by the arm and drag him outside? Show me.
Oh, hold on. Whoa, okay. Yes, magic is a large responsibility. And no, we don't just drag people around and tell them to
Yes,
show
I
them
do.
our magic. You know what? I'm probably not the...
That's okay. Ray's gonna step up. No, you don't.
Well,
We do
there's
not
no need to
accost
fight. There's no
our
need
friends.
to fight.
I'm not accosting him, but I do have a duty to protect my sister and the Jarl of my people, and I need to know if this is dangerous.
He has magic.
Hal
We
goes
all have
absolutely.
magic.
Hal goes absolutely silent when you say, "I need to know if this is dangerous."
We all have magic.
Can I walk in now?
Oh, hi, Diana. Did you have a good prayer?
Yes. What has happened?
Your sister is
Magic
accosting
is-
Hal regarding his magic.
Magic is only as dangerous as the person given to it.
Wields it.
What has Hal done to give us any reason to think that he is a danger to us? He's been traveling with us he could have slit our throats in the night many times over, I'm sure, without using magic.
Hal. You've met
Oh, I
Hal?
would never do that.
Correct.
That's
No.
my point. That's my point.
But if it is something that is unwieldy and not controlled well, no, you're wrong that magic is in the hand of who controls it, because I have had things that I have tried to control and could not control until there was something. And he went very quiet. There is something you know. It is dangerous, and I want to know what it is.
Why don't you
right
tell us
now.
about everything that you've done then? That's only fair.
She
Well,
has.
To be
She's
fair,
a werewolf.
No,
she has
no, no,
told
no.
me.
Oh.
She has not told us. All we know is that there are numerous things in her background. So Ray is trying to point out the incongruity here. Like, you have your secrets, he has his. You're not willing to share yours. Why are you forcing him to?
Mine are not secrets.
She did
My
tell me
power-
a lot of the things that she's done.
My power is controlled because of the bond that I have with my sister and the amulet that allows me to keep my mind when I shift.
But you still are not going to tell us everything that you've ever done, and that's okay. We're not owed that. You aren't owed an explanation of why he has magic that he's not willing to talk about.
I am, if it puts my sister that I am blood sworn to protect, I am a gateer. This is not just so, I'm not just trying to be rude. This is not me trying to bully, and I will happily continue to travel with Halcyon as long as I know what is what this is, and if it will hurt my Jarl, the one I am sworn to protect.
And that may be true, but he is not required to tell you.
All right.
Ada's
Do you
leaving. Ada
think
it just is going outside, and she will sleep in the woods. She can't do this.
Do you really think you're dangerous? I mean, I've seen your magic.
I apologize that I let her put her hands on you, Hal.
Trying to figure out how Hal is feeling at this moment.
I think he's feeling a bunch of different
he
ways.
is extremely overwhelmed. I think I need a moment to refocus myself, but I assure you that I am definitely not a danger. I've been with the monks for 7 years, and the very first things that we learned are self-control, because that is the cornerstone of life. And what are you if you don't have self-control? And he is starting to ramble a little bit.
Take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You don't owe anybody your thoughts. You don't owe anybody an explanation of the things that you are keeping to yourself for whatever reason. It's okay. Everyone's allowed to have something that they don't feel like talking about.
But what if I'm not allowed to?
To talk about it or not allowed to not talk about it?
I'm not supposed to have it.
So? I'm envisioning that this is just the two of us at this point. Just for the record. That you walked off.
All of this.
Well, he walked
public.
off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't walk
followed
away.
him. Oh.
They're in a very small house.
I thought he walked outside too.
But
Diana
this
or
point, though,
Ada went
Diana would
outside,
go
so
out.
he's not going outside.
What does it matter if you have
Diana's gonna
something
go.
you're not supposed to? That's life.
Well, not in the
It matters. What matters is what you do with what's been given to you and how you process through that. Do you have something that you're not supposed to have because it is, are you not supposed to have it because it is bad or because others haven't known how to use it? Is anything truly inherently bad, or is it all in how one wields it? Magic isn't bad.
If it only hurts people, then I think it's bad.
I have never seen you hurt somebody. And that does not, I don't know your background. I don't know your history. But I don't think that you would have something that is only bad. I don't. I don't think whatever gods you monks worship would do that to you.
Bartholomew says everyone has something bad in them, and that's why self-control is so important. Because without it, we are no different from the beasts we eat. And even they have self-control.
And yes, we all have good qualities and qualities that we would consider bad. But at the end of the day, we are not just a conglomeration of those. We are the person we forge ourselves to be.
And I am a person who does not have magic. Well, except for when I healed Diana.
I am very sorry that you feel that way. But know that if you ever do choose to share about your magic, and if you ever do choose to explore what you have that you're not supposed to, I will be here for you.
You
But
know,
I
if you ever
cannot-
come across the right university, their whole course is on the ethics of magic. Like
Phineas.
this is like a semester thesis.
Phineas, not now.
Signing him up for college courses.
Not now.
I would be very interested to learn, but I'm not sure it's for me.
And frankly, how sometimes the academic thought doesn't affect the heart, right? At the end of the day, we're oftentimes guided by emotions. And sometimes we might know something in our brain, or whatever this world calls them. We might know something in our brain and we know that it's true, but our heart just can't accept it. And that's okay. That's natural and that's normal. I do hope that someday you will come to acknowledge that it's okay to have magic, and maybe you set up a boundary about not practicing magic in the Sunlands, but if you're outside the Sunlands, doing so. There are numerous options ahead of you.
That is an interesting perspective. And you all do seem to have magic. Everyone seems to have magic, which is very strange.
Not everybody, but everybody in this group does.
It's still very strange.
The god of the Sunlands,
Shemesh.
does he not do anything magical?
Well, his priests have some magic abilities, mostly burning things.
And
So I've
that
heard.
magic is okay.
Well,
Or is
only
that
for the
magic?
priests, because it's all being done in Shemesh's name.
Ah.
But if you do anything else, then that's a blasphemy against Shemesh.
So it's blasphemy to use the thing that he gives out?
Well,
Do you
Shemesh only
understand
gives
this?
his magic to his priests.
But okay, but magic can have many different sources. Do you know the source of your magic? Because I've gained most of my magic from studying books, not praying to Shemesh or Saluna, or I mean I pray to like Agma, but it's not really the source of my magic. It's more of a reflection of my devotion to study.
I'll say something, and just know that I rolled a nat 1 deception on this statement. He's been lying about this his whole life, and now just like seems incapable of lying about it.
Well, okay, that's probably partially because he's now with a group of people that actually seem like to be asking him.
So,
Nosy motherfucker.
Phineas asked, "Do you know the source of your magic?" And Hal says, "Well, I was always told it must be a curse."
And Ray is just gonna roll her eyes. These damn curses.
They're very inconvenient.
Well, I am just gonna point out that if anyone was gonna tell you you were cursed, it probably would have been our friend over here. So maybe that's not the whole truth. Phineas is just gonna leave it at that. I thought about doing with great power comes great responsibility, but I won't do that in character. I'll just do it for the meme.
Well, if it's all the same, I'm tired, so I think it's time for bed.
Go rest, and rest your mind as well as your body.
And then Phineas says before he goes to bed, he's gonna go set alarm at the door, exempting our party, exempting the woman with us, and exempting Sadie from it.
But because the girls are outside.
I know.
Oh, no. I don't think Diana's actually going to be able to find Ada right now because I do have that. I'm going to go towards the woods where I do have my ranger ability to just lift into the shadows. And I don't really want to be found right this moment. So Diana might search and then just have to go back and canoodle with Hal.
Well, she's still gonna search. She still is a wolf, so there is an advantage
Oh,
there.
that's true too. Oh, yeah, because I'm not.
Yeah, you're not changed.
No.
You're walking, bro.
Oh my gosh!
Have the
Hold
wolf.
on. Can you use unleash like a car alarm fob in the parking lot? Unleash! And just wait until you hear it.
I did think
Unleash!
that.
At a distance.
I don't think we had a distance mechanic for
range.
that, a range for
I would
that.
imagine it would be within earshot, right?
Probably within earshot.
Within
but
earshot and or vision, I'd say vision. You have to be able to see me.
See and hear, probably.
Yeah, or I have to see
Oh, no.
her.
there are the only exceptions of if Ada thinks Diana is in danger, her body will do it for her.
Mhm. Yes.
Right now she's walking, and Diana's not going to unleash her so that she can walk any faster.
Just the poof, unfold, poof, as she shifts into the enormous form.
Right now, Diana's the wolf, and she's the walker.
Damn it. So I'd probably need a stealth check.
She's like her. Yeah.
Yep. So Ada, give me a stealth check at advantage, and then Diana, give me a wolf's perception check also at advantage.
24 stealth.
That's pretty good.
Hmm.
Perception for the wolf is +3, which is the same as mine, which feels like it should be higher.
That's usually how intelligence.
Funny. Feed me.
No, that's how
Um,
intelligence scores go with. Well, at least with wild shapes, you get like the dexterity, strength, and constitution of the creature, but you retain like your wisdom, charisma, and intelligence scores, so that tracks.
Just feel like the perception should be higher because of wolf nosy.
I mean, that
That's what the
seems
advantage
like
is.
your humanoid
Yes.
perception is just very high because of wolf. Maybe it went the other way.
So Diana, you smell her on the wind, but she is keeping herself from you, and it takes probably 20 minutes of you searching that you know she's nearby. You know she's, if there was a scream, she would be here, but she doesn't want to be found. And for whatever reason, unless you were willing to breach that level of twin intimacy, basically,
Twintimacy.
you're not going to find her.
Alright, she's just gonna shift for a moment and yell into the woods. Alright, but when you're ready to talk about it, you know where to find me. And she'll leave.
I love her.
I know you're here! I can
Show
smell you!
yourself. I know you're
I know you're
watching.
watching! When you're ready to tell me what that was all about. I'll be
Alright.
back at the... whatever.
This poor old woman had to witness all of this.
Mhm.
Oh, she's sleeping.
worry.
Or dead.
We're dead.
Yeah, she's totally dead.
I'm gonna
It's
also
fine.
have to like.
She's probably
I'm also
dead.
gonna have to go back and rewatch this stream to figure out like which parts Diana heard and Ada heard to to figure out how much they know now.
Diana knows practically nothing because she came in during the
That's true.
altercation and was just like, what is happening? And then Ada left and she's like, well, I'm going
Diana's
after
the
her.
most confused of everyone.
So,
Yep. Least informed.
please, for sure.
All right. Well,
Remember when you told us to prepare for combat?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be against one another.
Always is.
Yeah, I have all of next stream prepared and ready to go, y'all. We'll see if life allows us to get into that in the roleplay this week. Because tomorrow is April 1st, and we know that we won't keep our party together through the end of April, so we're on
You
a
might
time
want to
crunch, y'all.
explain that.
No, it's way
Okay.
more fun to be. Okay,
Yeah.
there.
I explain.
Yep. All right. Well, then we gotta be on our roleplay game. And if you guys have access to the Discord, which you should join our Discord, you'll be able to see what happens during the week.
See you there.
Thank you all for joining us.
Peter.
We will see you next week. Have a great night.